Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, I'm playing the Tier 8 Imperial Japanese Navy aircraft carrier, Shokaku. But that's really not what this video is about. This is just a short PSA to tell you about some recent bugs that were introduced with the 12.10 update. And you can see right away what I'm talking about. You can see there's no information here about any of these ships. And as you'll see in a minute, even when I get to ships that should be showing up as red on the opposing team, I see this same information, which is essentially nothing. So there's no way to visually identify which ships are on the other team and which are on my own team. Now in this case, I was playing an aircraft carrier, so I could see when their anti-aircraft guns started to fire, so I could tell which ships were bad guys that one. And of course you can say, well, you know, they're far away, but how do you know how far away and where you are? I know it sounds ridiculous, but notice there's no information on the minimap here about where anybody is. And even after I've spotted ships on the opposing team, there's no visual record of it here. Usually you've got the last known position once you've spotted them. Well, none of that is there. So here's what I wrote in the ICOP Discord. There were multiple new bugs introduced with the most recent update. If you are not using any mods, you likely haven't seen them. But if you are using mods, you really need to take a minute to read this. One of the bugs is tied to the Autospy minimap. If you're using that mod, you will not have any ship information in-game for your team or the other. In fact, enemy ships will not appear as red, and there will be no information about them at all, which you could see there. Now getting back to what I wrote, not even on the minimap. And let me tell you, playing without that information is a freaking nightmare. But that is not the only bug created due to a lack of mod updates. Another is the inability to target a red ship with your manual secondaries. Not sure which mod is causing the issue. That's been identified, but that doesn't really matter. But if you are accustomed to clicking on a ship to target it with your manual secondaries and getting the benefits of doing so, this is critical for you. At the current time, I recommend playing the game without mods. That is still true. And then getting back to what I wrote, I am not sure how long it may be until the modders provide updates to Wargaming, or even if they will, if you're using Modstation. And as an aside, if you're using Aslings or any other mod pack, let me get back to what I was writing, and want to play without mods to avoid having these bugs, open your Modstation and click Play Without Mods button in the bottom right. It's not hard to see that this does add a very high level of extra challenge on top of the usual challenges associated with this game. Hard to tell which ships are your team, which ships are the other. Fortunately, I knew this map reasonably well and was able to kind of keep track once I had seen things in my own head. But can you imagine if you're a newer player? It would be almost impossible to play the game. Now this game, I actually surprisingly did okay. I mean, certainly not great, but okay despite the bugs. But I wanted you to see what I was talking about and give you some explanation for it in case you encountered it and weren't sure exactly what to do about it. Again, if you're using Modstation, open up Modstation. The bottom right corner of your Modstation interface, there should be a Play Without Mods option that you can click to access, and just do that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.